What's going on, Collectors Optical 20, back for another video review. This time it's quarter scale Joker, and I want to thank my friend. He lent me this figure just to review, and he said he got a lot of figures as well. So go check out his channel, Emarreo. He's just starting up, so but he does have tons of figures, new ones as well. But I just want to give him a shout out. Thank you for letting me this figure. Also, he lent me his Hulk Buster. So two additional reviews from me. Thank you to him. Start off with a box. Beautiful box and huge as well. Very big figure. This is my first crack at quarter scale at all. I've never held or have seen any quarter scale figures from Hot Toys before, but I gotta tell you guys, I'm really impressed, and I gotta stay away from these quarter scale figures because they're just nice. They're so nice that I'm just afraid that this is a whole new can of worms. And I know this is gonna be a nice figure, and I know I've said on the reviews, like the previews that I had, that and I'm still kind of like on the fence with it, just because of different reasons, but not because of the the beauty of the figure, because it is a beautiful figure. So you can see the box here is a bit complicated, but really nice one. You see that it's embossed, the face of the Joker, from here. It's kind of like 3D, it's popping out. Trying to figure out how to open this box. Like I said, this is my first quarter scale. I don't know if they all open fancy this way, but this one at least does. So it's a bit tight, so you just kind of like, I'm really careful about this figure. It's not mine, so I just want to respect the figure. I didn't post it, really. I got it, and I don't know, man. When it's not mine, I'm a bit more careful about the figure, so I try not to. I just feel like I'm gonna mess it up, just even on my own. That's just how I feel. So this is, with this huge box, I feel like this is a combination of the size is sort of like Hulk, but because we did an unboxing for his Hulk Buster as well, but this has no comparison to that box for that one. But you can see it's foam. It's like a DX figure, which is really nice. Different types of hands, a lot of hands actually for this figure. Nicely secured with this foam padding, so I mean, there's so much space with a quarter scale figure that the details, you can clearly appreciate it. I'm not saying there's not a whole lot in 1/6, but since it's a smaller figure, I'm sure with this, I think they have the liberty of just going all out, because you got a bigger canvas. And you can see it with just, you can appreciate it more because it's larger. And there's some drawback with being a larger figure as well, obviously space and price. But again, if I could afford this, which I probably could if I sell some figures, it's just that dropping almost $500 for a single figure is still, I'm still not into that mode yet. I'm sure I will once I buy my first quarter scale, or if I ever buy my first quarter scale. But you can see tons of accessories. Kind of reminds you of the DX11, obviously from back in the day when you first open it. Just overwhelming accessories. So that is a beautiful thing right there. So you can see a nice assortment of hands. Like you got the gloved hands and the non-gloved hands. The one that's in the figure, I didn't even switch it out. Honestly, I just went with a fisted hand, and one of them is kind of like the hand that's pulling the grenades. And these are the accessories: guns, shotgun. You can see the pencil is still there. I don't know, is that a switchblade? Or yeah, this one kind of is different than the one on DX11. The one on DX11 goes up and down, like it goes back to the handle. This one kind of folds, like this. So I'm not sure in the movie if it's movie accurate or not, or whatever. The shotgun is beautiful though. You can see when you cock it back, you can see like the mechanism inside. It just pulls up, and this gun right here, you can take out. The stock obviously folds up and down. You can extend it, and then you can also cock it back, and it's like spring loaded. Oh no, I'm talking about the handgun right here with the extended mag. That is spring loaded. And one thing that wasn't included in the DX11 was this revolver, which is nicely painted, beautiful, beautiful accessory as well. You can see here, this is spring loaded, and you can remove the magazine. Nicely painted. I'm gonna do a comparison to a DX11, like a video comparison of the two. And just watch out for it. That's probably the next upcoming days or weeks. And then you can take out this, just insert it back. Beautiful accessories, man. You won't have. I mean, if you're into photography, this would be a treat because, like I said, he's big. But then again, it's a little bit harder to take a picture of because you gotta obviously need the bigger background, and I'm not used to those because the backgrounds that I have is only for 1/6. He does come with this lead pipe. It looks like. I'm not sure where he used it. I guess on the building where the last scene where he is like fighting Batman. This one is the detonator on the boat that was given to him. Lots of stacks of cash in there. Everything is nicely painted. That detonator has a lot of details on it. It used to be just an exclusive edition. You're gonna get this if you buy the DX11. If you buy the EX version back then, it comes with the mask, and this one had the case as well, like the wooden case with some like hay on it, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't have the EX version. I just have the regular version, so I don't know what that is. You also have the stack of cash in here, and the 2 deck of cards, and yeah, this is and the stand. It's a big stand, it's huge stand for quarter scale. You see the why so serious, beautiful stand. Okay, I would love to have this on my DX11, honestly. And this is kind of textured, so it doesn't, like compared to the Star Wars where it's glossy, you can get scratched, but this one is not. It's like textured. As far as the figure itself, it is a piece of art. It's just beautiful. Joints are ratchet, really tight joints, and it feels heavy as well. So when you lift them up, the first time you hold them, it's a different feeling than holding a 1/6 scale figure, especially the Joker, which is an older body. Honestly, like comparing the two, the outfit outside of the coat, that's one drawback of DX11, was the purple coat. A lot of people are saying that it looks like a bathrobe, which is, I see what they're talking about. And this is the biggest difference, I would say, in the coat. You can actually insert those grenades where he has this scene with the mob, compared to DX11, which that feature was present on DXO, DX01, DX04, I believe. The other Joker, the one with the dual, I think that's DX01. Yeah, that is present on that, and so is here. Not on DX11 though. But the inner tailoring, because you got to remember DX11 was made by Kato. He was really famous back in the day. I don't know if he's still doing like custom made clothing for 1/6 scale now, but anything that he does is just perfect fit. He is like the designer clothes tailor for 1/6 collectible, and they run for a lot of money. And I believe he was the one who commissioned the DX11 back in the day. He was really good. But this is no slouch as well. Everything's tailored well, nicely fitted to perfection in this quarter scale Joker. And even the shoes, they're like suede sort of material and not plastic. Now for the head sculpt, the ever controversial head sculpt. It's a nice head sculpt, honestly. Like if I had a chance to own this, yeah, I'm not gonna buy this for this price right now. Not because it's not worth it. I'm not saying that. It's because I have a lot of things that's on pre-order, and this is just like low because of I have DX11. That's why it's low on my priority, and the fact that it's quarter scale. Had this been 1/6, like if you shrink this down to 1/6, I wouldn't buy it because I got DX11. But this is the best Joker available right now. If it's even available, I think you have to go in Sideshow Waitlist for this. Now the head sculpt itself, it is nice and beautiful. There's one thing that I would say is the white part, the makeup part, is a bit too bright. I would say there's not, if I tone down the lights, as you see here, it's not as much. But in hand, it's a little too much for my liking. It's not as smudged as the one in the movie, but nonetheless, it's a beautiful, beautiful head sculpt. Yes, there are a lot of things that we might want to have, and the eyes are looking up, so he is better suited looking down. However, I would love to have some smudges on the eye part, kind of like smudge going up to his forehead. But it's regardless, I think it's still a beautiful head sculpt. Obviously, we all wanted rooted hair. and some purse at least. I think purse would have been beautiful for this figure, especially with the Joker, where you have his facial expression is one of the keys for having a good figure for Joker. If you're not gonna nail it like Adam Goo, like the Joker that he does have, then you need a purse, to kind of counteract that. We're all kind of disappointed that it's not rooted here or doesn't have purse, but it doesn't take away for the fact that it's still a very nice head sculpt. Again, the best commercialized Joker as of the moment. You can make an argument with DX11 because of those features. And also, that's an older figure. That came out, like 2011, 2012, I think. Something like that. And it's still holding up. The hair didn't change. It still looks like noodles. But, and it's kind of weird because I know why they did what they did with DX11. You can take out the hair and there's a seam that you gotta hide that purse. But in this one, there's no purse. I don't know why they kind of went this route. Who knows, really. But and also the scar on his face is not too pronounced, as you can see here, compared to the DX11, which is a little bit more embossed. And I think that's how it should be, because even on the scene where he was an undercover cop, it's a little bit more protruding compared to what we have here. But again, nonetheless, do I think this is I think where it excels. So when you kind of tilt the head down, because the eyes are looking kind of up. So this is where he excels, when you have him look down, and that's just a beautiful, mean-looking Joker right there. Like, he has some evil intentions right there. And you close the light, you kind of give him this cinematic look where it's you kind of like dark the vibe of the picture, this is a video, but you can play it around with lights. That is just beautiful right there. Just a little bit of light shining down. There's so many scenes that you can recreate. This is just an iconic figure that is beautifully done on a quarter scale. And just want to show you the height comparison. Thanos is a big figure, but he looks like a tiny figure right next to this quarter scale Joker. And here he is. This is the case that I do have from Master. I forgot the name, Master Lighting or something like that. I use this for my Hulk. Now I just, put him in there so you guys have an idea. It does light up by touch, so you get all those lights, and it's a nice figure, man. I have this figure, this is what I'm gonna go for, off a case. The good thing about this figure, he can be standalone. If you don't have any other collectibles, and you just love the Joker, this is the Joker for you. You can have him. Put him on one of these cases. He deserves to be in a case. Just a beautiful figure. Put him on your desk or somewhere else, and you're good to go. You don't need to buy anything else. You don't need a companion figure. No, but knowing myself, I'll probably get a Dark Knight figure, the quarter scale, but it's going up for a high value now. The closest you can go is a Batman Begins, which they don't really mesh with a timeline as far as movie is concerned, but it's still Batman. But overall, love this figure. It's a lot of money, but I think this is not an exclusive version. I'm assuming the exclusive version would be more. I think it's like $30 more expensive, but I think it's worth it. The second head sculpt, so But if you're in the market for a Joker, and you're debating between this and DX11, I don't know, man. Like, especially if you're starting, it's an easy choice. Just go with this one. But if you already have an established 1/6 scale, it'll be hard pressed because you can't really pair him off with anything, like my situation. But nonetheless, it's a really beautiful figure. You're gonna get your money's worth. Do I think it's worth $500? That's up to you. But again, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll see you in the next review.